Hello, guys, and welcome back to the KingKast Podcast. I am your host, King, aka Brian, here, bringing you episode 6 of said podcast. This week's episode, we will have no guest. As to the reason, scheduling is always an issue, right? You need to make sure that you get people scheduled on the podcast, and not all the time it works out. You wish it does, but not all the time it does. But it's fine. I like how the first podcast episode was supposed to be a solo episode and it never came to be. But that is completely fine. So I have a couple of questions here that I had some that were submitted a long time ago, right? But now we actually get to get those answered. So let's start from the top, right? We have Cash, which is a very important question here, as to what made me want to start a channel. So why did I start a channel? I've mentioned this before, right? There is the original concept of a podcast. We're listening to the podcast right now. Well, if you're listening to this, shout out to you, first of all. Yeah, I mean, the podcast was just an idea of something I wanted to do during quarantine. The KingKast is the original name, and I saw that was taken, so I had to add podcast at the end, which is kind of inconvenient, but it's okay. It's kind of redundant. It was originally supposed to be called the KingKast, but I looked it up. There's someone already had it, and they only uploaded like 2 episodes, but each time I try to put the KingKast, his stuff pops up, and so I went for the KingKast Podcast. And that lasted like six weeks. And, I had fun with it. My friends had fun with it. It's just that whenever we hanged out, we wanted to hang out and, spend time with each other rather than, record the podcast. Because we'd only see each other that one day of the week, pretty much. We talk pretty much every day, me and my friends, because we have a group chat on Instagram. But it's just more of when we hanged out, we wanted to spend time with each other. We wanted to go out and not always go to the same place just so we could record the podcast and, peace. But from there, once the podcast ended, just because scheduling, like I said, it's always the major thing. Once that podcast ended, I still wanted to make content, and I've always wanted to do PokeTubing. Just because it's, I love Pokemon. Pokemon's what made me fall in love with video games. And so I'm like, how do I do this? Right? By that point, I'd already been involved with the Core 4 in terms of showing up to their live streams, watching their content. And I decided, screw it. I'm going to make a channel. I want to do this, I've always wanted to, and the only thing holding me back is myself. And this is something that I want you guys to carry on. If you want to make something, it doesn't have to be content. If you want to do art, if you want to sing, if you want to learn an instrument, if you want to learn how to cook, if you want to, develop a talent, but you doubt yourself, go for it. Start it. I literally answered this with my friend a couple of days ago. He texted me, "You think it's worth actually doing something even though it might not pay off?" Or something along those lines. I don't have my phone. My phone's charging right now. Otherwise, I'd pull up the exact text. But this was my answer. If you think it's worth it, worth the effort of doing it, then try it. Because I'd rather try something and fail than not try it at all and then regret it. Because you might be thinking, oh, what could have happened? I could have, not done any of the content, not any of the YouTube stuff, and not met a bunch of amazing people, like Campfire Chris, like Risky Rufflet, like Coldest Night. The list goes on. Luana. I've had the chance to talk with pretty much everyone in the Core 4 because of making content. I have had the chance to, be involved in collaborations with other people. I've had the chance to interact with people in the chat and other people's streams. I've had the chance to interrupt Risky Rufflet's scheduled program. And if you know, you know. But making content has made me meet people more, because like I said, I've been involved in live streams from other streamers, right? And I met a bunch of people in the live streams where like I'd only talk in chat, and now because of me making content, I've actually made friends. One great example is Debo. Me and Debo have like talked in like Ryan's streams for like a long time, but we'd only talk about the stream. Now, me and Debo, he's seen my content, because we got, we interacted in other people's streams, and me and him pretty much talk regularly. I wouldn't say every day, right? But like we talk in other Discord servers that we're in, and me and Debo always have a good time. It's a great example of like me interacting with someone before starting making content, but now that I make content, I know them. I knew of him, but now I know them. It's great, getting to meet new people, and that's why I want to keep making content, because getting to meet people is amazing. I like how as a kid, right, growing up, they'd always tell you don't talk to strangers, right? But everyone on the internet is a stranger until you get to meet them. Oh gosh. So that's gonna be pretty cool to grow alongside a bunch of people, and see where this journey ends. Because definitely enjoying what I'm doing right now. Do I feel burned out? No, I do not feel burned out. It's just work is a thing. Work is a thing, and I obviously want to make sure my main focus is on stuff outside of YouTube, because I'm not doing YouTube full time at all. I'm doing this for fun, and I'm enjoying it, right? Like, it's a great hobby and all that. There's a bunch of interesting questions here, and I'm gonna segue into one from Aiden here, because I mentioned that I'm not a full-time YouTuber, right? So Aiden said, do you see yourself doing full-time YouTube when it becomes a bigger thing to lean on, like being capable of paying bills without just money off of doing YouTube, with money just doing YouTube? So if I ever, I'm not saying I will, but I'm saying I want to get there, right? Always have that positive attitude. If I ever get to a point where like this YouTube thing takes off and I could sustain my bills and I'm in a comfortable place financially, yeah, I'll do it full time. Hell yeah. I mean, ain't that the dream? Right? You're playing video games and earning, some sort of revenue from that. And if it gets to the point where I don't have to have like the regular job I have and focus solely on making content, would I do it? Yes, I would. Because I have so much fun making videos. I have so much fun streaming. Yesterday I did my first Smash Bros stream, and it was amazing. Like, just the interaction with the chat. We gained 4 new subscribers. I interacted with people for the first time, and I was having fun. All right. Now imagine being able to do that every single day. Oh my god, that would be great, right? Playing, Super Smash Bros is one of my favorite games. I'm a very competitive person, but at the same time, like in fighting games, I'm not the best, but I have fun. If I ever get the chance to get monetized on YouTube, like that would be amazing, because I've seen the support that the community has given to other streamers when they first get monetization, and it's amazing. And I'm not saying you guys have to treat me the same way. I'm not saying you have to treat me better. I'm just saying you just have to treat me how I like to treat people how I want to be treated, right? I respect people. I show them love and support. So I just want your support as a viewer. I don't want to say fans, because I don't consider you guys fans. I consider you guys friends. As friends, all I really want from you guys is your support, because that motivates me to make more content. That motivates me to learn and improve my skills in editing. That makes me improve my skills to make graphic designing for layouts in the channel. That it motivates me and pushes me to learn new things, learn new softwares, develop new talents. Financially, you guys don't have to support at all. Like, I appreciate the donations I've gotten so far, but they're definitely not required, right? I don't want you to feel like you have to donate to be appreciated. No, I appreciate you liking the video, leaving a comment, interacting in the Discord server, which, by the way, if you're not in the Discord server, join the Discord server, link in the description. Following on Twitter, and because on Twitter, I'm not the most active person in the world. but I'll like all your stuff. I'll comment on most of the things that I find interesting. Um, but all I want from you guys is your support, and all I've gotten is nothing but your support and all the love from all of you guys, and that is greatly appreciated from me. So if I'm ever capable of getting monetized on YouTube, it's a cause of celebration for the channel. Um, yeah, I would do YouTube full time in a heartbeat if I could sustain from that for sure. Let's see here. Okay, so this is Mary. Mary asked this question, right? What made Among Us stand out to you, and is it your favorite game? Okay, so unlike a bunch of people, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, right? Unlike a bunch of people who played Among Us once, like a bunch of popular YouTubers or other content creators in the community started playing Among Us, I actually played Among Us back in 2019. I'd like to say around 2019. One of my friends introduced me to the game, and we played with another group of friends. He's in the server. He's commented a lot in streams and in the channel. If you know who Josue is, he also goes by Kai. Sometimes, I think he's Kai in the Discord server, and on YouTube he's Josue. Right, great friend. I know him IRL, and he showed us the game Among Us, and I had a lot of fun. But whenever I played with random people who I couldn't talk to, I felt like it wasn't as fun. So it's definitely way more better if you play with friends, if you play with people people you could interact with, because the discussions are like super boring. If I'm being completely honest. So it's better to play with people in the room or on a call. Which is kind of why I stopped playing it, because I never really had people to play with, even though it does have the online capability. But I liked the game. And like I said, it just got boring with the fact that the discussions, right, is just... I just didn't like the dynamic. Once it became popular, like mainstream, I didn't have it on Steam. I only had it on my phone because I don't want to buy it. And so I'd hop into other people's streams and play it. And I always had fun joining in calls. I was like, dude, this is awesome. Because you use all of your skills you develop as kids and say it wasn't you, it was this person. And it was really fun to play with friends. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to stream it. And it's, so much fun to stream Among Us, because you interact with the people, and people could see different perspectives if you're streaming with other streamers. And it's just so much fun. I have a friend who already got annoyed of it, and I'm just like, yo, that's cool. I still enjoy the game. I haven't streamed it. I haven't streamed at all in general, just because time issues, like I said, work and stuff. But is it my favorite game? No, it's not my favorite game. Is it up there? Yeah, it's up there as like fun game, because it's one of those games that, in my opinion, has a lot of replayability, because of all the situations, all the scenarios you're going to be put into, all the different maps. And although Among Us 2 was canceled, they're looking into improving the current game and potentially adding more maps, which is always exciting to see where that goes. So it's definitely one of my favorite games. I wouldn't say of the year because it didn't come out this year, but definitely some of my favorite games that has become more mainstream as of recent. Let's see what other questions we have here. What are some of your favorite games? Okay, cool. I guess that was a nice transition. What are some of your favorite games? Pokemon, definitely Pokemon. Hot take right here. Let me know if you agree with me or not. I'm pretty sure the answer is gonna be no, but let me know if you agree. I prefer Pokemon Mystery Dungeon than the main series games. Hot take right there. I have only played, though, Mystery Dungeon, Red and Blue Rescue Team, and Explorers of Time, Space, and Sky. I have not played any other ones, so I cannot comment on those. I've actually also played the remake of the Red Rescue Team DX, I think is what it is. So I've played those three games, and in my opinion, they are better than the core series Pokemon. Just because I get more invested in the story. Every time I play Mystery Dungeon, I still cry, and that is like a testament to the game. I know the plot twists that are supposed to be in the game, and it still gets to me. That's how you know that when you replay the game as much as I've replayed that game, and it still gets to you. That's how you know the story is well built. That doesn't mean that I hate the core series games because I love them. Don't get me wrong; they're still really good. But I prefer the Mystery Dungeon to the games that I've played in Mystery Dungeon compared to the games I've played in the core series game. Um, what other games? I'm trying to think. Some that are like more out there. Mario Party, super fun when you're actually playing with people. Especially when you're super competitive with your family. Uh, I love. As a kid, I had Raw versus SmackDown 2007, I believe, 2008, one of those two games. And it's the game that did not have Jeff Hardy, which is really sad because Jeff Hardy at the time was one of my favorite superstars. I'm a big wrestler fan. Fun fact, really big wrestler fan. Favorite wrestler of all time, just because I grew up during the ruthless aggression era. And if you don't know what that means, it's okay. If you know, you know. John Cena. John Cena, favorite wrestler of all time. Favorite newest wrestler as of recently, Orange Cassidy. The dude is amazing. The dude is amazing. Not only for what he could do in the ring, but just like as a character, the dude, it works. You expect what he does or what he doesn't do, right? It wouldn't work, but it works amazing. He's so over with the fans. So for context, this Orange Cassidy guy, right? His thing is that basically he's a wrestler, but he's like a sloth. What they call him, the king of sloth style. And if you want to see clips, look some stuff up from Orange Cassidy and let me know what you guys think, because the dude is amazing. Like the reactions he gets from crowds for the things he does, it's amazing, and he's my favorite so far. Like, would it be Breakout Star? Yeah, right. Favorite wrestler as of recent, for sure. Orange Cassidy, by far. The dude's amazing. Like I said, huge wrestling fan. I know this is not a question, but I just want to talk about this because now I'm on the topic. I remember, growing up, watching WrestleManias with the families. Like the family would come over, and I'm Mexican, and we got big family. But the family would come over, and we'd watch WrestleMania. And I remember one time, I believe it was WrestleMania 24. I'm not sure on the numbers. I know what WrestleMania it is. Actually, let me Google this because I want to be correct here. I feel like this is very important. WrestleMania 24. Please be 24. Let's see what the poster is here. Yes, it is WrestleMania 24. Ooh, I'm surprised I got it right. This was the WrestleMania that Ric Flair retired from WWE competition against Shawn Michaels. Dude, that match, as a kid, very emotional for me. Because you just see the ending. I'm not going to... Oh, I kind of already said, spoiled it, but whatever. I said, Ric Flair's last match in WWE. The ending where Shawn Michaels just says, I'm sorry, I love you. And then Sweet Chin Music's Ric Flair. And after that 3 count, I remember my cousins, my brother, the kids were there. Like the adults didn't know what was going on. Like they weren't into wrestling, but they bought the pay-per-view because they knew we liked it. And I remember we had pizzas that day. We had sodas. It was basically a party watching WrestleMania. That was great. I remember those memories as a kid. And I remember we all embraced. We all hugged. We were all crying because Ric Flair retired that day. And just the emotions that wrestling could draw out. I know people are going to say, yo, wrestling's fake. Why do you like that? It's fake. It's fake. It's scripted, predetermined. Yes, I agree. But what they do ain't fake. I've been in the ring before. That thing hurts. You may think that the ropes are soft on the back when you do it. But no, they hurt. The mat, there's like plywood underneath there, and then there's like some padding, but it still hurts being like slammed on there. And the moves hurt. Let me tell you that right now. But yeah, wrestling is predetermined, but the story that you get, the emotions from watching it, those are real. And that's what I love about wrestling. That they could play with your emotions like that. And as a kid, I was like a huge John Cena fan. Uh, if there was one person I'd want to meet currently, like famous person, to be John Cena. Especially now he's a movie star and stuff like that. You know, John Cena would be pretty cool to meet. Uh, Other wrestlers I would meet. I mean, in San Diego, so Rey Mysterio, right? um, well, it's Goldberg. Goldberg actually, apparently, right, until recently, he actually used to live in my, like, he had a house in my hometown, which is crazy to think about because I could have ran into him anytime, but I didn't. And he had like his own gym that he bought, like super close to where I used to live, like 5 minutes away. And that's crazy to think about. Like, I think he moved out from where he lived just because I saw like news reports from it. For some reason, it was suggested, uh, like last year that he moved out from where I am, and that's crazy. That's crazy to think about, right? Um, who else? I'm not thinking wrestlers now. Like who like famous people I'd want to meet? Robert Downey Jr. That'd be super cool to meet. Chris Evans, Tom Holland would be pretty cool to meet. If we're talking musicians, I'd love to meet Slash, jam out with Slash. Yo, Scott. If we're talking about musicians in the community, yo, Scott would be cool to meet. I've talked with Scott. Cool guy, cool guy. Um, the dude could play. The dude could play for sure. Um, yeah, cool dude. Let's see what other questions here. Please don't be copyrighted. Uh, let's see. I think that's all regarding questions. So I'm just gonna be okay. So here is a question from Jessie. She asked, "What has been your favorite video that you've posted so far?" She put poster, but I know she meant posted. Favorite video I've posted so far. Honestly, as of now, the Halloween episode was definitely super super funny to make. Me wearing the dinosaur costume on an episode, busting out the face cam. Technically, it's not a face cam. I recorded that off of my phone, which is something I don't want to do just because I have to upload the video to Google Drive, and that takes like a long time. Then I have to download the video from Google Drive, and that takes a little longer. And it's just a lot of loops and turns that has to be done. Just could be avoided. That's why I'm planning on getting a face cam soon. I think as of recently, it would have to be that. Favorite stream. I know it's not part of the question, but it's related. Favorite stream has to be the birthday stream because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be completely open to you guys. That the day before my birthday, something happened, personal life, nothing to worry about, but like it did like get my mood down. It did affect me on my birthday. I was feeling down. I was just feeling out of it. But like I said, nothing to worry about, guys. I'm fine now. Just at the time, it was like feeling low and stuff like that. And the day of that stream, I was still I was still out of it, but I went with it. And during the stream, it was just a distraction. Take my mind out of where I was at the time, and it helped me out. And whenever you guys revealed to me the art that you guys made, I legit broke down. Like, if I had a face cam, you guys would have literally seen me cry. I started crying not only because what was going on at the time, but also just because of the excitement that I got, the emotion that I got. Is like, wow, you guys are amazing. Uh, I'm just this now 20-year-old dude making videos, having fun, and you guys went out of your way to make art for me. You guys went out of your way to plan all of this while I planned my tournament. That's just amazing to see the support from you guys. And I legit broke down that day, and it was like a realization of like, yeah, it's like, and I knew this. Yeah, it's okay to have your bad days, but there's people there for you. There's people who could lift you up when you're down, and you guys are amazing. So I want to come out and say thank you for that. Just because it was hard to talk about at the time, and I didn't want to worry anyone. Like I said, I'm fine. Nothing. It was nothing like bad. It's just, yeah, I kind of like got my mood down and stuff. But that by far is my favorite stream. Is something that I'm always gonna like remember, keep close to my heart. And if you were there, then you were there. Uh, the stream is up if you want to go look at it and see my reaction. Um, well, technically you can't see my reaction, but hear my reaction. It was just amazing. Like, I'm just gonna say that it was just an amazing moment for me. Uh, Personally, I needed that. Not only that I need to cry because let all the emotions out, but I needed to know that there's people there to support me, and you guys are awesome. There's no better community. There's no better uh family that I would rather have outside of you guys. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I want to say thank you because what you guys did for me that day, you guys probably didn't notice like anything, but it meant a lot to me. So thank you very much. And I know that in life everybody's gonna go through hard times. I have friends right now who are suffering through a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety because of school, just other things. And we're all going to be there at some point, right? We're all going to go through our hardships. But I'm just glad to know that whenever I'm in those moments, I could fall back to you guys and I could DM you guys because I trust you guys. I could stream and like be open with you guys, be transparent and let you guys know, yo, this is going on. I'm not going to be live for long, or, if I'm off, it's because of this. I just want to get my mind out of out of where I'm at and just want to distract myself. So thank you guys, honestly, because we built an awesome community here. And those in the Discord server, like I could talk with you guys all day, pretty much. Well, not all day because of work, right? Even though I do text you guys at work, but just the fact that you guys are there hanging out when you could be spending time doing other things, when you could be spending time doing other things, but instead you watch the videos, instead you join the streams. uh all of that support is greatly appreciated. You guys don't even know how much that means to me, and it's just awesome to know that this is the community we've built, and I know it's just gonna get bigger and bigger, and it's just gonna keep getting better and better as the time goes by. We're getting super close to that sleep block now. At the time of recording, we're at 174 subscribers. We are 26 subscribers away from that sleep block. And not only will you guys be getting a sleep block, you guys will be getting a song along with it. Not only will be getting a song with it, but you guys will get to be there for the very first sleep block of the channel. And I have big news to announce that day. Because I've been thinking the direction I want to take the channel, right? What do I want to do? Because obviously I love doing Pokemon randomizers. This is Pokemon Emerald one I'm doing right now. Technically is my third one ever in my whole life. I did one before starting record. Actually, no, third. Scratch that, third, because I did do the Emerald Soul Link. So my fourth randomizer, because I did one before YouTube, and then I did Leaf Green, and that's when I really started to get my name out there. While at the same time I was doing Soul Link with my friend Joel, and that went well for a while until I lost the pairs. He still bashes on me about that too. And then there's the Emerald Custom Forms right now. I know it's another Emerald, right? But it's fine. We were originally supposed to do Heart Gold, but because of the limitations of my laptop not wanting to run the emulator without lagging, couldn't really do that. But now with this new PC, I've tested out like short clips and it doesn't lag at all, which is amazing. That is extremely, extremely amazing. So look forward to that, and look forward to different projects, collaborations, videos, streams. And I've already have 2 new sleep blocks planned for the future. So stay tuned, because those are going to be epic. I do not want to say them right now because I want to build anticipation, but they're gonna be fired. Just know that. But they're gonna be very interactive. At least one of them is gonna be very viewer interactive based. Um, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. That's we'll get there when we get there. Right. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the podcast, let me know. Just your thoughts on whatever we talked about. Who would you like to see in the future? Leave a comment down below because we could definitely work something out. I've talked to a bunch of people about the podcast, but scheduling is always the issue. Uh, I've talked with like Risky, you down? Risky's down. You got Duck Derek, he's down. We have Coldest Night, he said he's down. Just scheduling issues. Because my job schedule, my work schedule is never consistent, which is mostly on my side, but can't work around it. That being said, thank you guys all for watching. Tune in next week for the next episode. Peace. King out.